Hi guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my Paula's Choice top 3 and bottom 3 video. So today is obviously another skincare related video. If you've been with me for quite some time, you have heard me talk about Paula's Choice a lot. They have never sent me anything that I've ever gotten from Paula's Choice I have ordered on my own, and I've had a lot of success with the brand, but there have also been a few things that I've tried that weren't so great. So this is actually the first of 2 top 3 and bottom 3 videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. With the holidays coming up, I know that Paula's Choice tends to do some pretty good sales right around Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so I wanted to get at least one of these videos up before the big holiday shopping season starts. If I can get my crap together, I'd like to do another one before Thanksgiving next week as well. So we'll see how organized I can be. But I wanted to share with you 3 key items that have been amazing for me, and I also wanted to share with you 3 items that just weren't that great for me at all and that I would personally not recommend. Now, everything that I'm telling you is based on obviously my experience with these products. I am someone who has extremely oily skin, I have enlarged pores, and I'm also someone who is focusing on anti-aging type things. So obviously a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you is geared towards my particular skin type and skin issues. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in with the top 3 products that have just been such a huge hit for me from Paula's Choice. And I'm going to start with dropping everything, but I'm going to start with the very basic thing, a cleanser. And this cleanser is honestly amazing for me, especially with my oily skin type. I obviously wear a lot of makeup during the day. If you're curious about what's on my lips right now, I'll put it down below in the description, but because I know someone's gonna ask, so it'll be down there. Cleanser to me is very important because I wear a lot of makeup and I need something that is very effective to get all of that makeup off at the end of the night. So I love the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser. This is honestly one of the best cleansers that I have ever used. It does not leave my skin tight or dry, but in combination with my Clarisonic, this completely cleans my face at the end of every night. It is so clean, but not tight or dry or itchy or anything uncomfortable that I've experienced with some other cleansers that have been a lot more harsh. They might have been effective in cleaning my face, but they've also completely stripped my face and just left me with a very uncomfortable, tight feeling. This has never done that. I love this cleanser. I also really love the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser. I would say I like this one still just a little tiny bit better than the Exfoliate, but this right here is one that I would hands down repurchase time and time again. I would recommend to anyone who has normal, oily, or combination skin. Paula's Choice does make other cleansers for drier skin types or more sensitive skin types. So look at their website and, sort of see what they recommend for that. But I just find her cleansers to be extremely gentle, but extremely effective, and just I've never used anything that has been this effective but this gentle before. So I love this. I highly recommend it, and it is something that I will purchase time and time and time again. The second would be the 10% niacinamide booster. This is expensive, but nothing has worked at actually minimizing my pores the way that this product has. It is worth every penny to me. I love the texture of this product. It's basically almost like water. I mean, it's extremely watery in its overall feel. It absorbs instantly into my skin, and it has made the biggest difference in the size of my pores. I can actually look in the mirror now and I don't notice my pores as like the very first thing. I used to look in the mirror and just be like, I can see my pores from really far away, and I have terrible eyesight. I'm horribly nearsighted, but I could make out my pores. Like, they were huge, you guys, and they're not invisible. I don't think I can ever get them to completely close back up, but the difference is just so big for me that I will never ever be without this product. I love what this has done for my skin. I love the texture of it. I basically apply this every single morning for the most part, and it's beautiful. It just has made such a big difference for my skin, and I cannot say enough good things about it. I think that I definitely use way more of this product than you actually need to, so I tend to go through it kind of quickly, but just a couple of drops in those key areas where you have enlarged pores just makes such a big difference, you guys. I highly, highly recommend this product. And then the last of the top 3, at least for this video, is definitely going to be the Resist BHA 9. This is the thing that helped me rid my face of blackheads. Blackheads are no longer an issue for me. When I first started using this, I was using it every single night, and it did take some time to really eradicate those blackheads from my face. But with the consistency of using it, it has made the biggest difference. Now I just use it as a maintenance product a few times a week. I will apply this all over my face. One pump does my entire face. So yes, it's small. Again, it's one of those really like small products where you're like, why would I pay? I think this is like $42 or $43. But again, there's no reason to pay full price for Paula's Choice products because there's always a sale. I have a referral link down below that gives you $10 off if you use that. I don't talk about that much anymore, but it's there if you guys want to use it, you know, if you're comfortable with that. But you can also find 20% off codes if you look at Retail Me Not or any of those other like coupon type sites. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to pay full price for this stuff. But this is expensive. However, now I am at a point where I don't go through this nearly as quickly because I just don't have the blackheads to treat constantly. Again, I use it as a maintenance product. It basically burrows down into your pores. It breaks up that oil and that congestion and that just gunk that you have in your pores, and it basically just purges your pores of it. And then, I mean, you're left with the enlarged pores afterwards, but that's what you use this for, to basically tighten those pores back up and give your skin the smoothest, clearest appearance. So huge, huge hit for me. I will never be without this. And like I said, it is worth every penny. And I don't want to say that I would, you know, like pay more for it if they raise the price of it. I obviously hope they don't raise their prices, but the stuff is so effective that to me it's worth personally spending money on. But those are my top 3 for you guys. And now I have some bottom 3. I have one of these things still, but the other things I have since purged or finished up. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the Shine Stopper, which is their sort of oil control mattifying primer. And I gotta say, that made my skin even oilier. I don't know how that is possible, but when I used that on my face turned into an oil slick like 10 times faster than it does just kind of on its own, and I didn't understand why. I tried it several different ways. I tried it under makeup, I tried it over makeup, I tried it with a moisturizer, without a moisturizer. It just didn't work for me. That was a product that I ended up giving to my nieces in one of my like skincare purges. I never followed up with them to see if it works for them, but I think both of my nieces probably have a much more normal skin type, maybe combination. So maybe it worked better for them, but for me, it was terrible, you guys. I did not like that product at all. The second is the Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Serum. So the retinol serum has a very interesting consistency in that it basically is like a silicone type texture, but like a runny silicone. I did not like the way that it felt on my skin. I did get a couple of breakouts when I was using that one. Now, the other retinol lotion, the more lotion in like the purple container, that type of consistency, my skin did really, really well with. I never had any breakouts from that one. I will link that one down below as well. But the serum just was heavy. Like I said, I got a couple of breakouts from it, and I just don't feel like it did anything for my skin. I used almost the entire bottle of it. I just sort of forced my way through it because I was like, I paid for it. I'm gonna try to make it work, but because it's not one of their more inexpensive products. Like it was like, I think a $55 serum. So I felt like I should try to make it work, but near the end, I was like, I'm done. You know, every time that I would use it, I would get a couple of whiteheads. I didn't like the texture of it. It never really fully absorbed into the skin. It just felt gross. So I would not personally recommend that one, especially if you're someone who has oily skin and you just don't like the way that silicone-y type products feel on your skin. I would avoid that one. And then the last one for today is one that I've been meaning to do a video, like a dedicated video on this for quite some time, because I've been using this since I think the summertime, and it's the Resist Skin Firming Line Minimizer, and this is supposed to diminish crow's feet and frown lines. I was really excited for this because I thought it would be awesome for my forehead expression lines. You guys, this never did a thing for me, and I used it so consistently. So it's basically this really liquidy serum. The packaging is kind of cool, right? It looks like a giant syringe, but it's this really liquidy serum that also has like a silicone after feel to it. It never did a thing for my forehead lines. And I used it so consistently, and I kept using it and kept using it. I mean, I think I'm basically down to like, I think this actually pushes up if I remember correctly, but I mean, I don't have much left in here at all, but this just did absolutely nothing for me. There was a time where I used just this on my forehead for like 6 weeks straight and didn't see a single change from where the lines started out. So I'm kind of surprised. I really did have high hopes for this, but it was one of those things that, I mean, it didn't do anything bad for my skin. The good news is that it had glycerin in it, so it was definitely hydrating. It had niacinamide, so, you know, again, it helped with the pores, but for the most part, none of these ingredients that are in here just did anything for my skin in terms of helping those lines look any less pronounced. I will say my forehead lines are much worse towards the end of the day. I'm lucky in that when I wake up in the morning, overnight my face kind of relaxes a little bit. And so it's not until later on in the day where I really start noticing them, and makeup will collect in there, you know, the more that I talk or, you know, like interact with people. I just have a really expressive face. So, but this did nothing for me. I would not recommend it. And actually looking at some of the reviews on the Paula's Choice website, it looks like for the most part, this didn't really do anything for anybody. So I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, those are my top 3 and bottom 3 for this go around. Again, I'll try to get up a second video in this series for Paula's Choice next week, because there are so many products that have worked for me. And there's definitely a few more that I've tried that have just been like, not really so much. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Again, keep an eye on the Paula's Choice website for, you know, what kind of Black Friday or Cyber Monday specials they have coming up. If you are someone who frequently purchases from Paula's Choice, make sure that you go through Ebates. Ebates will always give you 4% cash back, which I love. And you know, there's always coupon codes floating around, so keep an eye out for those as well. So let me know if you have any questions down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.